I'll give you the synopsis because I actually read them.
Thank you.
And then we'll just chat about them. So the first one is from Crane's. Upper end housing sales just blew past the previous record. So this is Crane's Chicago business. They're talking about $4 million homes, like $4 million homes that have sold in the Chicagoland area. So in 2021, it was something like 101 homes sold for over $4 million, which was 4 times the amount in 2019. And we actually surpassed that 100, I think is at like 120 year to date, 2022. Wow. And what that means. Here are some things that it said. The ultra wealthy, as a hedge against inflation, are using cash to dump into real estate.
Hang
so
on,
that
are
they can protect
these
their
your
money.
opinions now, or are you still?
No, these are the points
You
that the
read these.
article
Okay.
made. And given high interest rates, if they needed to buy, they were going to buy in cash to, preserve the value of their money. What do you think?
At first, I was a little surprised when you first started to say that, just because I've always felt, you've heard me say this too, and there's no scientific data behind this, that Chicago has a really strong, like, $1 to $3 million sort of deal, and it almost doesn't matter how nice a house is, it kind of caps.
Yeah, there's an
So the
upper
fact that
threshold.
you used 4.
I didn't use it. Crane's did.
Sorry, the fact that the article, the data is 4 million.
Crane's makes a point of tracking $4 million sales.
Okay.
Like that's, they keep on they have these excerpts in their articles that say, since we started tracking $4 million sales in, 1991, this is the first time since this has occurred. Or language.
I mean,
like
I guess the interesting, or the keep it simple, stupid, which I tend to fall back on, answer for me is, when we do comps and we look at history of places, real estate started in 2009.
Are you gonna like knight me? What's going on?
I don't think that's knighting.
Yeah, this is how you knight someone.
Okay. No, I'm playing with an imaginary
We're
graph.
both Jewish. I think there's something Christianity about this too.
Real estate started in 2009. Literally,
Real estate started?
When I'm looking at data, like whatever
I see.
happened before it is in my head mush.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell was going on.
It's interesting. There's probably something to be said for the internet not being fully mature pre-08. Is that true?
Well, put it this way, everything restarted. We've been on I'm so used to saying 10, it's probably like closer to a 12, 13 year trend now of restarting to go back. So the fact that we're setting new records to me is natural. That's like saying the stock market just hit an all-time high. I would expect there's going to be some dip. 2023 might, maybe we take a little break from that. But then I would expect 2024 to set another record. Like, real estate is supposed to appreciate.
So you're surprised but not that surprised? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Surprised or not surprised?
I'm hedging my own answer.
Jesus Christ. You're like...
I'm more surprised that it's
you're like Graham Stephan. You just give us something we can work with.
What do you think?
I think the following. Can we agree that these people buying $4 million places are among the more financially savvy?
Yes.
Accountants, financial advisors, et cetera.
Yeah.
And they're using real estate.
Bitcoiners.
I doubt it. Buying real estate to hedge against inflation.
Yes.
Can we agree that I'll tell you, of our 300 transactions this year, probably 150 of them were first-time home buyers.
Sounds
and
right, yeah.
if people are watching, they're probably first-time home buyers. I think you should look to
or our family.
Look to the high net worth. If they're going to be using real estate as a hedge against inflation, it might make sense for you. That's my takeaway.
It's really interesting. I think I would have to, and maybe they had it in the article, zoom out a little bit more.
Cash versus financing.
Yeah, and just see had the trend already been headed in that direction, and then what happens if inflation starts to...
So here are the numbers, and I'm going to botch them a little.
Okay.
In 2019, there were 20 sales of over $4 million.
And how much talk of inflation was there?
0. Okay. Now come 2020, all this money is pumped into the economy. 2021 gets effing crazy in multiple offers because of low interest rates. Like now we have an inflation problem. I have to believe it's directly correlated.
Okay, so you're
I
calling
have to.
more of a correlation, aberration, not necessarily a trend.
I'm comfortable saying causation. I'm comfortable saying cause. I think I am. I've analyzed this more than the typical real estate agent. I think I'm comfortable, and I have an economics degree, so that makes me an authority over.
What's your prediction on the future then for $4 million houses?
I don't have a prediction.